house.
This is my stepdad writer.
Sorry.
It's okay.
That's who took it off.
He's videoing for posterity so we can show our husband.
Okay, no
That's
problem.
good, because I'm gonna teach you some stuff that you probably don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
Especially in the AC and all that kind of stuff.
That's what the video's for.
Good, that'll help.
Reference.
So, well, I'm Jay, J-A-Y, real easy, okay?
Nice to meet you.
So, nice to meet you. So, y'all about ready?
Yep,
Yep.
let's do it.
Alright, so what we're gonna do, we got you two things that we started doing for every customer. One of my two favorite things we've ever done for a customer. First, gonna be your homeowner's manual you'll take home with you today.
Great.
Second is gonna be a flash drive that you get to take.
Oh,
okay?
even better.
On the flash drive, you have two different things if you plug it in. One is maintenance and one is orientation.
Okay.
If you click on the maintenance item, basically you have 21 different videos that pop up. Those 21, 3 of them don't refer to you. Okay? What
Okay.
I mean by that is they're not pertinent to this house.
Okay.
One is going to be a gas fireplace. One is gas for the actual heat. We don't have that
Okay.
gas in the community. The other is a gas wood hood for the gas stove. We don't have
We
that.
don't have any.
So just letting you know.
Okay.
But the most important one I like to show everybody is your air filter.
Yep.
I'm gonna actually show you this video. It's about 30 seconds.
Okay.
But in the video, he lies to you. Okay. He's gonna tell you the filter size is 25 by 20 by 1. If you look at the video, on there it says 20 by 25 by 1.
Right.
That's what to remember.
We can just snap
open-
a picture of it and then go
Right.
into Lowe's or whatever.
Correct. When you go to pull it out, just take that picture like you're talking about. You can write it down on the outside of the unit. It's your
better.
unit.
Yeah.
Remember that, okay? Write down 20 by 25 by 1 or 20 by 25 by 4 because it can take either or.
Okay.
Okay? Now, when you do that, this tells you how to do that.
How to take it out and put it back in?
Basically, isn't it?
Okay, I'm leaving. Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
The
Nice to
AC
see you.
filter is
Sorry.
accessed in the attic, and it should be changed monthly.
I haven't seen you guys for years.
Convenience. The size is typically 25 by 20 by 1. Just open the tabs in the access door to remove and replace. Be sure the airflow arrow on the filter faces the AC unit.
And this is up in the attic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
He'll physically show you that today.
Oh,
on the
cool.
tour.
No, ma'am.
You're not going up in there?
They changed yesterday. We're not allowed to go in the attic anymore to show anybody anything because somebody just fell through the attic and got hurt. And
Well, then they did
there's
just
a
change
legal,
that yesterday.
yeah, there's a legal problem now.
Actually,
Fell
when,
through. How'd they fall through?
Because
They
they
didn't
stepped off
listen.
on
They
the
didn't listen.
Yeah.
So
And they-
when we were up
We
here
only
looking
have-
at
we only
houses the
have so
first time,
much, plywood up there, right? And so
we
got-
looked at the model house when we were up here. First thing I did was crawl up in the attic in the garage.
So basically, when you go up there, there's plywood there, so that way you can get around in the attic.
Where you need to go.
That is made so you can walk over to your actual unit to work on it.
Right.
That's the only purpose for that plywood. Okay.
Yep.
But when you go to the unit and you open it up, you'll see that when you slide it out, it has the numbers wrote on there. Okay. I don't take you up there because what happened was basically Tuesday afternoon, a customer didn't listen and thought they knew what they were doing and went to step off the plywood, stepped on the insulation and fell through the sheetrock, broke his arm.
Into the house?
Yes. Now, with that being said, they just told us yesterday you're not to take customers in the attic anymore.
Okay, I get that.
I can understand why.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Let's not do that. So we can go in and drop
You
more
can
plywood down later, right?
I mean, you can put more ply. There's.
No.
Hold on.
Right.
So,
There's a video for that?
I'll get to that point.
There's an app for that.
This here,
Added the some.
Okay, it's not the point. They got that.
this here, if you read that, it basically says you won't store anything in the attic. If you do store anything in the attic, that's common plywood, you void your 10-year warranty. Let me rephrase. You will lose your 10-year warranty if you put anything in the attic.
Okay.
That is plywood or anything else for that matter, unless you have our engineer okay it and do it.
Okay.
Okay?
So we got to get one of y'all to come out and put plywood in.
And we don't do that. You have to talk to the engineer company. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Because they got to put a stamp on it to approve it.
To make sure it's the
Yes,
right
ma'am.
kind and it's
Right
safe and all
thickness.
that.
The reason why is because we do a 10-year warranty. They went to school to say, hey, the way we built this and the way things are, we warranty the 10-year if you follow these rules.
Okay, that's
Okay?
fair.
The only way to change the rules is go back to the source to have them change it.
Okay.
Now, if you read this, that's what it's basically saying right there.
Yeah, attic is not designed for storage. Limited access, really for HVAC. Don't alter it. Makes sense? Okay. Fine.
So, just getting your heads up. Now, with that being said, if you do store anything in the attic and any DO Horton representative shows up and sees that, it's their job to report it. Or if the RWC representative comes out, okay? The RWC is the company that covers your warranty from year 3 through 10. Okay? DO Horton covers your first and second year. Okay? Are you with me so far?
Yep.
Okay. Now, with that being said, you jump over to the video. This video right here, basically, when you go into orientation, all it does is talk about this book. Okay? So, with that being said, I like to shut this off. We're going to go ahead and go through the book, and I'm going to show you everything myself. Okay? Now, this will be with your keys when you close.
Okay.
Okay? So just letting you know.
And
It'll
it's
be
got
your
all
flashlight.
those
Yes, ma'am.
It looks like a
Fine.
260.
That's really cute.
But this here, this pulls out of it just saying that you're going to get this and you're taking this with you.
Okay.
This here just says thank you for being a DO Horton customer. Next page is table of contents. It's basically based on 2 different things. This is your warranty information and your maintenance information. Let me explain. Warranty is what we cover. Maintenance is what you cover.
Gotcha.
The easiest way to remember warranty is like when you buy a car.
Right.
Okay? If you go out celebrating, someone keys it, the
It's not a
manufacturer
warranty.
doesn't warranty
Right.
that, but your insurance doesn't warranty that. You have to pay because your deductible.
Right. Part goes out on a brand new car that's under warranty. Okay.
If you're driving and the brakes don't work, you take it back, they fix it. You go out there and the good Lord causes a storm, there's hail damage, that goes to your insurance. Same thing with the house.
Right.
Okay? So best analogy. Then you jump through, you go to glossary of terms. The very first item in glossary of terms is called aerator. Do you know what an aerator is?
What puts air in the water?
No ma'am, that's an aerator on the end of your faucet.
Oh, is it that filter or that film
That screen.
screen?
Yes, ma'am. Every faucet has one, but
Okay.
it's your responsibility to keep that clean.
Okay.
Okay? Now, it tells you in this book when to do that.
Okay.
Okay? Now, with that being said, this is so when you fill out your warranty, you can send in, because if you say, I need you to fix the thing on the thing, I'm going to say what thing on what thing.
Right.
If you say the dilly whopper on the whatchamacallit, I need to know what that dilly whopper is and what is that whatchamacallit.
That's
Sure.
not
We need the
specific
right
enough?
Not for me.
right terminology.
Okay? So this just helps you with your terminology.
Okay.
Now, we flip over. We're going to go into your warranty procedures. And this is one of those things that you have. This is your emergency contact list. These are the people that you can reach out to, your warranty, the emergency items.
Okay.
When I say that, meaning if you have an electrical emergency, that's one thing. If you didn't pay your bill, that's not an electrical emergency.
That's on me.
Same thing with the HVAC, same thing with the plumbing. But there's a second year warranty. These are all 1 year. The second year is basically for the things you can't see.
Okay.
The plumbing under the slab, the AC running overhead, and the electrical wires behind the walls themselves.
Okay.
We cover that for the second year. Now, if you flip over your next page, this is your warranty for this one here. Garage door gonna be overhead. Then you drop down. You got your irrigation company, your roofing company, and the security company.
Okay.
Your security company is a little different. You need to call them after you close, so they come out and put all your free stuff in the house.
Okay.
But if you're gonna have any kind of use for it, it's better to have your Wi-Fi hooked up first.
Okay. I've already got them scheduled to come
Okay.
out.
So hypothetical, let's say you closed yesterday. Today you have your Wi-Fi. Tomorrow you have your security. When they come out, they hook everything up for you then.
Okay. Yeah.
And they'll help you out. You don't have to do the monitoring if you don't want to. That's a choice that you make.
Okay.
Okay? Now, we jump from there to the actual warranty. You have 3 different times you can send in, 60 days, 6 months, and 11 months.
Okay.
Now, each one of them are labeled to tell you what they are. Okay? There's a lot of sheets or a lot of lines down here that you can write what you want. You can write down anything you want. That doesn't mean it's warrantable. You can write down that my wife beats me. Did you hear that? okay? Or that your dog bites you, okay? That doesn't mean we can warranty that. Just to let you know, if your wife's beat you, don't call me, because I'm gonna run. Okay, now with that being said, just write everything down. Worst scenarios, we come out and say, I'm sorry, I can't warranty that your dog bites you. But yes, we can warranty that that door is not working right. Okay?
Sure. Okay.
Just let you know. Now,
If there is cracking from, which normally happens in a home, do y'all just do that one time?
sometime.
So that's on your 11 months.
Okay.
And
Now,
I'll explain that
I'm
later.
fixing to get to that.
Oh, okay.
When I said I'm thorough,
You are okay.
you'll understand this view. When it says recommended homeowners maintenance, there are certain things that are warrantable and certain things that are not. If you are supposed to maintain and take care of it, it's not warrantable.
Right, like the
For an
filters.
example, air filters, talking about your light bulbs, the caulking, okay, stuff like that. These are things that you have to
Keep up on.
keep up on yourself. The only way we keep warranty is if we're taking care of those items, okay? So with that being said, there's some things that we do only at one time. One of them is your grout plunge. Basically, it's better to wait till your 10-month when you're fixing this in a warranty, and you can hire a third party if you want to on your 10, so they can fill everything out for you. Then you can send it in, okay? If you don't want to pay somebody to do that, I understand. But you need to remember to put your grout on there, because grout is basically where your tile meets anything else, okay? Now,
Right there,
with that being
okay.
said, your house is going to shift and move, I guarantee it. This floor is a floating floor, so it moves, so the crack down on the caulking is going to crack. The tiles will actually crack a little bit between them and usually the granite. But if you go into your showers, it'll be in the corners. Then you also look at it in the texture, in the corners. Sometimes you'll even see it in the up corners, okay, on the angles, okay? If that happens, send that in, we'll do it one time.
Okay.
It's best to wait until you're 11 months. The
Right,
reason
the
why,
final hour.
you have your 3 seasons that you'll run through, and that way your house gives time to adjust.
Right.
and
Grounds
settle.
of settling
Yes, ma'am.
everything.
It never stops settling, just to tell you.
Yeah.
Did you ever play with mud pies when you were little?
I grew up in a house built in 1908, so I'm pretty familiar with houses settling.
Same thing, when you add water, you dry it out, you add water, you dry it out. That dirt just keeps getting smaller in that pan. Same thing underneath the house. But if you don't water the outside, the foundation will move more.
Okay.
Okay, so be careful. Okay? Now, this here, if you look at the very first item, it says air filter. But right here it says replace, but this is month 1 through 6, and this is 7 through 12.
Good.
This is the exact same thing, just duplicated.
Right. Do it
Your
every month.
second item is your caulking. The third item is caulking, but one's on the inside, one's on the outside. The inside is cosmetic. That means that you're happy and it's pretty. The outside is to keep water from coming into the house. Okay? So there's a difference. So if you say, hey, hon, I need you to do me a favor, go outside and fix that, you need to tell him that's important. He needs to do that, especially before it rains. Inside, he can say, it'll wait till tomorrow, we're okay. All right? Now, everything else on here is just things that you need to keep up with and take care of, okay? But if you don't, it can affect your warranty, so be careful, okay?
Okay.
So it's important, all right? Now, other than that, the rest of it is just talking about all the different warranty information, okay, and the maintenance. All right? Questions so far?
Nope.
Now, we get to the easy part. Now, this here is your landscaping addendum. This is basically saying your side trees and shrubs are not warranted after you close.
Okay.
Okay? That means you're responsible to water and take care of, fertilize and all that good stuff. Okay? Just to be 100% honest with you, I don't have a green thumb. I can kill a rubber plant. So if you've asked me, I'm not the best person to ask. I was always taught, if you break your arm, go to a doctor. You break your car, you go to a mechanic. Don't go to a builder for sod. He can deal with wood. He cannot deal with grass.
Okay, fair
so
enough.
just give me a heads up, okay? If you would, let's take that bottom one out. There's a carbon copy under there and it'll bleed through.
Gotcha.
Now, in the bold print in the paragraph below, it says, once you take the keys over, you're responsible to change the sprinklers how you're comfortable watering your yard, okay? Because if you don't, and your water bill's real high, we're not responsible after you take the keys.
Sure.
Okay, we water it a lot, so you don't want to water it as much as we do once you move in. Okay, we don't mind paying $500 for a water bill, but no other customer wants to pay that much money for a water bill. Okay, now after that one, the last one is this one here, which is your affidavit of acceptance. Basically, just saying we're ready to move in. But the most important part on that, it says that paint is not a warrantable item. When you close, you're going to go to the closing table and you're going to get a voucher that tells you that you get some paint. Okay? Go to Sherwin-Williams. Are you familiar with the area?
Nope, but we will be.
Rockwall is right down the street.
Yeah.
You go to 30, go up to 1205. When you exit, it's called the Turtle exit. Exit right there. You take a right. Sherwin-Williams is on your right.
Okay.
But
And
if you
that's
go
the
right there,
closest one.
that's the closest Sherwin-Williams to you, but that's the exact store that our painter buys his paint from for this subdivision. Okay. Now, when you go, my advice is buy the paint for the house that is used on the house.
Okay.
Okay. My wife didn't listen to me and got hot pink. Okay. So please don't do that.
Yeah, don't get another gallon because you want to paint Luna's room a color. Get
Do that on your own.
and store it inside. Put it up on the back shelf in the linen closet.
Well, not the garage because it's too hot, right?
Yes, because I just had to touch up my dad's walls, and they've had their house. My kid's 18 years, but they've kept it stored inside, and it matched perfectly. But when you keep it outside, it messes up the color.
So the base of the paint breaks down when it gets in that heat and it separates. So you don't want to do that. Even if you try to stir it up, it won't match.
And the cutting.
Anytime you buy
Color
paint,
change.
the best thing to do is go into one of the bedrooms behind the door, okay? Touch up a small spot and then let it dry for a couple hours to make sure the color matches.
Okay.
Even when you buy it brand new, okay, the first time.
So we
Because
get
it
a
could
free
be-
thing of paint that matches this color
Yes.
that's used?
Yes.
Okay.
You need to choose. When they give you the voucher, they don't say the color. You just go in and tell them what color you want
Okay.
and stuff for the house.
Is this
And
the
you can
same
say-
color on the ceiling and the walls,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You go in and say, hey, I want the color for 2114 Brisbane on the walls, and they give you the color, you come and touch up in that little spot, wait a few hours, and it dries, and it matches perfect, you're great.
Right.
But if you go in and it's 4 or 5 shades off, you can go back and say, no, that wasn't right. That type of thing, okay? But I know people that won't even touch up when they get it, and it's not the right match and stuff. Well, it may have been the right match, but they waited so long to touch up that it doesn't match. Because if you're a smoker, it'll never match. Okay?
Right.
So, all right?
No, but I want to make sure I got the paint for the ceiling because I can just
It's the
picture my
same.
husband blowing something up.
Now,
It's the same for the walls and the ceiling.
Right.
there's only 3 colors. There's only 3 colors on the house. You have one that's on the walls and ceiling, one on the trim and doors, and the one on the outside of the trim, on the outside of the house.
Okay.
So just giving you a heads up. Okay? Now, with that being said, got any questions before we get going?
Yes, can you show me where I was watching videos on how to clean the dryer vents?
I'll get to that.
Okay, I've never had to do that before, so I've been trying to learn.
So,
All sorts of adulting about to
be
take place.
ready. Be ready. I talk a lot, but I do stuff kind of fast sometimes. I do this for a living every day. I know. So, but at that point, just because I say it don't mean you understand it. So if you need to stop me, please stop me.
Okay.
Now, basically, I like to start in the kitchen. All of the plugs on the backsplash and on that side and this side of the island are GFCI protected. The ground fault service interpreter. They're also in all the bathrooms. They're in the garage and on the outside of the house. You have 3 plugs on the outside. One at the front porch, one at the back porch, and one beside the AC unit. These are all bubble covered on the outside, which means they're weatherproofed. But you have to caulk behind them and on the top of them in order to keep them
Periodically.
weatherproof. And
Right.
that's that thing that you need to look at
Okay.
on that caulking, and it says every 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With that being said, all of that is by code. It's not there to make you mad. It's there to protect you and your family.
Right.
Okay.
Question on the outlets. Is the one in the garage strong enough to plug in like a deep freezer?
I'll get to that when we get out there.
Okay.
So, when I
got
said
all the
thorough,
answers.
this usually takes an hour and 15.
Okay.
So just give me a heads up. That's 15. The rest is me teaching you the house. So
We might need to do pauses and restarts, or it's going to be a really long video.
it will be a long video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Underneath here, if you look, there's a P-trap under. You know what a P-trap is? The P-trap is a little U-shaped pipe on the very
Right.
bottom of the sink.
Right.
That is a water stop
Right.
to stop smells from coming into the house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Every real estate agent that's ever showed a house has walked in and smelled sewage in a house at one time or another in their career. The reason why is because those dry out. Let's say y'all go on vacation, you go to the moon for a week, and then you come back.
Mm-hmm.
When you get back, you walk in, it smells like sewage in the house. Not that your plumbing's messed up, those will actually dry out, and then the smells can come back in. Basically, the pipe is only so big, the water will be up right above this level, so the smell can't come back. So what you do is you go to all your faucets, turn them all on, flush all your hose one time each. Go to your dishwasher, clean load, no detergent of any kind, or you can use a cap of bleach, but that's it. Go to your washing machine, small load only, do that, that'll flush it out.
Okay.
That doesn't stop the smell from coming in, or getting rid of it, only stops from coming in.
Okay.
And then you use Febreze.
Then open your windows or doors and let the rest of the
Let it
smoke
air
go
out. Mm-hmm.
After that, then use your Febreze or
Whatever.
Burberry or whatever you're going to use, okay? Now, underneath here, you have 3 shutoffs. 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom for the water, okay? If you look underneath here, you turn on just hot on the left, cold on the right. If you go under here, you grab this. This is a push and pull. If you pull it out, it turns the water off. But if you turn this to the hot, it still works. The only reason why is
hot one's
that
on the
only
left.
shuts the cold water off. Take your finger and push this in, and then that turns it back on.
Okay.
But the third one
It's
on the
easier than
bottom,
a twist.
yes ma'am. The one on the bottom only does the dishwasher.
Okay.
Okay, so just let you know.
Yeah.
If you plan on changing out a faucet when you move in, point that towards me. Do not let your wife change the faucet out in the first 6 months. Wait till after your second warranty is over before you do. Because we can't warranty what your plumber or you do. So if you change this out, you void your warranty. Okay? That can void your whole house, not just the sink.
Okay.
So it's important. You'll know if you have a leak in the first 6 months. Your first 2 warranties will tell you that. Okay? So that will help you. Okay? Now, underneath here, you have your garbage disposal and the switch that runs it.
Okay.
Do you know how to clean those out? The best thing to do is ice.
Ice.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Take some ice, pour it in there, take some Dawn liquid soap, squeeze it in there, fill the whole thing up with ice, Dawn liquid, turn the water on, then flip the switch on.
Okay.
The density of the ice will pull that stuff apart, the Dawn will pull the grease off of it.
Okay.
You know to clean out before you put stuff in the dishwasher, but you're not supposed to put stuff down here all the time. People think it's a food
No,
processor,
no.
you know, type thing. It's not.
No, it's gonna mess up your plumbing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So don't put eggshells or any kind of fruit peels of any kind, okay? So just letting you know, because it can burn them up a long time. Same thing with the seeds and like lemons and stuff like that. Those can get caught in there, so you want to do that, okay? Questions on that so far?
Nope.
Okay. Now, underneath there, you have 2 plugs. One is just for the garbage disposal, the other one just for the dishwasher. So just let you know on there and they're labeled to tell you which one's which. Underneath here, there's a line that connects this over to the dishwasher, so that's called an air gap.
Okay.
This here is like a squirt gun. Whichever way this points, it squirts. Okay? So don't point it that direction. You can put your paperwork or your computer over there, because if this backs up, it spits out, it gets on it. So always point this towards the sink and make sure it snaps on. Okay? Some people think it's a soda dispenser. It's not.
No. Okay.
If you're not washing your plates out before you put them in here, food particles get in that drain, blocks it up, and it spits out here. That's the first place it spits. Then it drops it in the floor. Okay, so just give you a heads up.
Okay.
So if you're not cleaning your stuff
Pre-rinse, always.
if you're not cleaning your stuff off, you'll find out, because if that throws, you'll know. I
Okay.
had twin daughters that are 25. One listened, the other one didn't. One, she lived in her house 3
There's
years.
your case study right there.
3 years ago, both of them lived in a different house. I built both. Long story short, one flooded, the other one didn't. Okay? So I know who cleans their plates off. But just give you a heads up. Now, you can see the Cascade commercials where they say you don't have to clean them off before you put them in. If you
Yes.
choose to, you can listen to Cascade. Call Cascade when it floods and ask them if they'll replace anything in your house. They're going to tell you no. So that's why I say that. Be careful, please.
We unintentionally bought a Whirlpool fridge. I'm just amazed that
Well, there you go. All that, just ask that. I just bought a Whirlpool Dishwasher that was installed this morning.
This here, if you turn it on high, it gets really hot really fast. If you touch it, it's going to burn you. You turn this off and you're colorblind, be careful. This tells you that it's still hot, okay? So don't put your hands on there because you'll burn your fingerprints on it. Before and after every use, look at it first to make sure it's not on. Because if you spray a cleaner on there after you pull something off and turn it off, that cleaner will bake into that glass and you can't get it off. It'll ruin the finish.
Okay.
Same thing after you cook with it, you need to clean it. But always make sure it cools off first before you do that.
Is this like a glass top?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you put cast iron on that?
You
Yeah.
can. There's a difference between putting it on there and slamming it.
Right, you gotta be careful
So
with
be
it.
careful,
Okay.
yes ma'am, because it is glass.
Okay.
So I wouldn't stand on it either. Okay.
Okay.
There's a tip device on here that keeps it from flipping over.
Okay.
So if you open it up and you trip and fall, it's not going to flip over on top of you. Okay. So
If
just let you
Luna
know
decides to
that.
open the door. and
More
crawl on the
importantly,
counter.
my
It's more like if Luna decides to open the door and use it as a ladder.
This doesn't vent outside. This only vents right here. So if you turn your vent on here, it's only going to blow right here.
Okay.
It's
So just give me a heads up. You want to add lights on the top, draw a hole through your cabinet, plug it in right up there, and that'll give you
That cool glow.
that look and stuff. Okay.
Okay.
So just give me a heads up with that. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but this is a 220 plug. This is a 110 plug.
Okay.
If you don't know what that means, you can look that up.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. Now, we're gonna run through the house. Here's where I start talking a little fast. All the
Stop
lights
it.
Look like this.
Let's start a new video.
Okay.
'cause